Hi guys, Office Blokes here. I hope you're all doing well out there. I am doing all types of music content on this channel now and I'm really buzzing off it. I'm hoping to start making music again. I am feeling motivated. I'm feeling it. I'm not doing it yet, if you know what I mean. I'm getting in the mood for picking up a guitar again, but I've had a love-hate relationship with it the past few years. That being said, I'm really enjoying getting back into just music as a whole, reacting to all types of things around music, and a bit of music news as well. This is brand new. Slipknot stopped a show after the Maggots got too crazy. Slipknot gigs can be pretty out of hand anyway. I've seen them live quite a few times. Always had fun, always great stage interaction, lots of aggression and passion on stage though. And I know there's stories of them like puking inside their masks and like gaffer taping up their cracks because they like their bellies were off and they were not good on stage. I mean, if there's a band that have put their physical health on the line for a couple of decades now, it's definitely Slipknot. I don't really know much about the other guys' personal lives and all that sort of stuff, but I've seen quite a lot of stuff with Corey. He just seems like one of the coolest guys. He seems like an awesome guy. So let's see what this is about. This is Slipknot stop a show because the Maggots get too crazy.
Hi, Knotfest. We've made a stop the show because there's people up in the air. Everybody that's up in a tower needs to get down or the show will not commence until you're down.
At this point,
I saw a guy, it was one of the downloads years ago, and it was when Slayer ended up playing in a tent. I think it was the second stage, but it was intense. You know, you don't often see Slayer in a small sort of. It felt like a few thousand people rather than on the main stage, and some guy climbed up the rig inside the tent all the way up to the top, and they didn't stop. I don't even think the band noticed. But he jumped off and he got caught by one guy. There was an absolute lump of a biker guy with his jacket on and stuff. And just, I don't know what would have happened to the guy if this guy hadn't have been there. But we just caught him. Just like that. It was absolutely crackers. Because he was probably 30 foot in the air, maybe a bit more.
point, I've been to more rock and metal shows than I can count. I get to go to numerous shows a month. I go as often as I possibly can. But there's one band I've seen by far more than any other band out there. I'm sure you can guess that is, of course, Slipknot. And the reason for that is not that I just love the music, which I do, but it's also the atmosphere. It's not just the band. No two shows are the same, not just because of their performances, but because of the wild-ass, crazy maggots in the crowd. It's one big rowdy family, and you truly never know what you're going to see. I really can't even repeat some of the things I've seen at Slipknot shows on this channel because my video would get demonetized, but just take my word for it. If you've seen Slipknot live even once, you know just how crazy it is. So Slipknot made their grand return to Australia for Knotfest Australia. It was a very big success. You know, you've got bands that are really big in the US. You've got like country artists that are huge in the US. Slipknot is a global force. They go to continents all around the world, and they have stadium-sized crowds showing up. And of course, they brought a lot of great bands with them too. But at both of the Knotfest Australia performances, the shows had to be halted, unsurprisingly, but for the same reason at both shows. Some crazy-ass Slipknot fan, apparently two different Slipknot fans, got the wild idea to scale a PA system that was very high in the air and sit on top of it. And they had to call them down like a cat in a tree, and it was honestly hilarious. Now, even members of Slipknot do shit like this. You look at Sid Wilson, how he is even able to walk after some of the incredible stunts he's pulled and continues to pull. And of course, Mike Paff, the great Tortilla Man, is bringing that energy as well to the stage, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. It's amazing to see them going as hard as they still do. But here are two separate Knotfest Australia shows where they had to stop the performances because crazy ass fans are scaling the PA system. I love the Maggots so much. You guys, please never change. 2 separate Knotfest Australia shows had to be halted after crazy fans scaled a PA system sitting atop of it, apparently trying to get a better view for the show. The March 24th Knotfest Australia in Melbourne had a fan sitting on top of the speaker for several songs before authorities had to stop the show and call them down. The fan eventually descended the tower and allowed the show to continue. Again, it's worth noting the fan was able to sit on top of that PA system for several songs. If there's video of that view, I would love to see what it looked like. A voice came over the...
I've seen that quite a few times over the years at festivals, though. And a lot of the time it's just let go. I'm sure, like, nowadays, I was going to say it's more health and safety mad, but that is nuts. He shouldn't be doing that anyway. But, yeah, they just used to let people get away with stuff like that 20 years ago or so. From my experience, anyway.
PA system saying, "Hi, Knotfest. We've stopped the show because there's people up in the air. Anybody that's up in a tower needs to get down or the show will not commence until you're down." The fan made it down to the ground and he was immediately surrounded by security guards. The figure said, "Okay, let's make sure we don't do that again. The show will commence." Corey then spoke to the crowd saying, "I can't take you crazy motherfuckers anywhere, man. Jesus Christ, got you climbing on shit, jumping off of shit, rolling on shit. What the fuck? That's fine. I can't stay mad at you. This is by far one of my favorite fucking countries in the entire world. I mean that. You guys helped put us where we are, and we've never forgotten that, goddammit. Thank you so fucking much." And then just 2 days later, Knotfest moved to a different town in Australia, but they had the same issue. A different fan scaled a tower while the band was performing Psychosocial, and they had to temporarily halt the performance. Here's footage from the first show with authorities calling out the person sitting on top of the tower and Corey Taylor subsequently reacting to it.
Hi, Knotfest. We've made him stop the show because there's people up in the air. Everybody that's up in a tower needs to get down, or the show will not commence until you're down.
Some people chanting shame. That's awesome.
Okay, let's make sure we don't do that again. The show will commence.
Aussies in all cases.
I can't take you crazy motherfuckers anywhere, man. Jesus Christ. Got you climbing shit, jumping off shit, rolling on shit. What the fuck? That's fine. I can't stay mad at you. This is by far one of my favorite fucking countries in the entire fucking world. And I'm telling you now, I mean that. You guys helped put us where we are, and we have never forgotten that, goddammit. So thank you so fucking much, man.
Awesome.
Who says heavy metal's dead? Slipknot goes halfway around the world and you see a massive crowd show up in 2 different cities and they're going just as hard. You gotta love the Maggots. Truly, I believe, the best fan base in the world. Going hard for Slipknot. I want to ask you, though, in the comments, what's the wildest shit you've ever seen at a Slipknot show? Share your stories in the comments down below. I really want to hear it. This is such a fun topic to talk about because there are so many wild stories from Slipknot shows and just incredible performances the band has put on over the years. That's your latest update from Rockfeed. Again,
Nice.
If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button with notifications on.
Nice. That's a new channel to me, Rockfeed. I'm gonna have to let's pop a little sub on there quick. Yeah, it's not specifically a Slipknot thing, but it was a festival that Slipknot were playing at years ago. I was a little kid, like 15 maybe, like skinny little 15-year-old me, and I was in the pit, and anyone who knows about Slayer pits knows what they're like, and it was just like grippers, like big grown, beefy men just beating the shit out of each other. And I had a hoodie on, and so one of these big guys, he wasn't very tall, but he was just an absolute lump like that, grabbed my hood and swung me round and managed to get my feet off the floor and was just swinging me by the hood of my hoodie and then threw me into the middle of the pit, and I landed on the floor, and everyone just went mad and started weighing in. I've seen some of the proper crazy stuff at gigs, but Slipknot's always fun. Like, it's always a really fun time. The stage presence, and Corey's a huge part of that. The way he interacts with the crowd, it's always good. So much passion, so much aggression on stage. But yeah, nice. I enjoyed that. I'm going to be checking out more of that channel as well. I feel like because I've been out of touch with metal for so long, it's good to have a channel that's going to get me back in and rebuild my knowledge of a genre that I used to be absolutely obsessed with years ago. But yeah, nice. Let me know if you guys have seen Slipknot and if anything crazy's happened, or Slayer for that fact. Yeah, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.